Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. It's me, the Keila Brianna, KB, whatever you want to call me. Yeah.
Oh God, I'm L-R-E-E, fuck nigga. That mean I ain't gotta worry about no fuck nigga.
Today we're gonna do a book haul, y'all. I'm so excited, y'all. I was feeling a little down today. As you can see, I didn't do my makeup. I'm missing an earring, but oh well, we're not gonna get into that. But anyway, so today is just like it's like a gloomy day outside. So I'm just a Sunday. I got 3 days off. I'm just like, just in my mood. I don't feel like talking to people. I don't feel like being around people, but I feel like talking to y'all. So what's up? But we're going to get into the video. So this video is just going to be a little book haul or whatever. Kind of like, we're going to get into all the books that I read this year. But I just love Goodwill. I told y'all, well, I haven't told y'all, but I'm telling y'all now. If you are into books and you are a book girly, please do not sleep on Goodwill. Please don't sleep on Goodwill. And I'm going to tell you right now. Y'all, so I just got this series. My favorite book, the 50 Shades of Grey. So I got the 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, another 50 Shades Darker, and the 50 Shades Freed. Wait, so I have two 50 Shades Darker? Oh, bitch, I bought two of the same book. I didn't even pay attention. I just saw that it was the series and I bought it, bitch. So if you're watching this video and you want the number 2 50 Shades Darker, comment on this video right now. Leave your email and I will reach out to you and send you this book. So if you want this book, it's the second book in the series 50 Shades Darker. It comes after 50 Shades of Grey. So yeah, I have 2 of these. If you want the second one, look at this. This one turned into a free giveaway and all. So if you're watching this video and you want the second book, drop your emails and I'm email you, get your address, and send the book out to you. So this is my first time purchasing a series, y'all. So I'm super excited because I'm in my book phase right now. I'm into all kind of books. My favorite book, I'm gonna tell you right now, my favorite book of the year, this year that I've read was The Love Songs of W.E.B. Dubois, and I'm gonna pull it up on my iPad or whatever so that I can show y'all. I do not have this book in the paper copy, but I do have I have it on Audible. So let me just pull up my Audible account real quick. Hold on, because do I even have Audible on my new iPad? Y'all, I just got a new iPad. I just got a new, oh, I do not have Audible on this iPad. All right, so let me grab my phone real quick because I know I'm talking fast. I've been drinking coffee, y'all. Like, I was feeling down, but I got my book, so I'm excited now. I'm feeling fucking great. So, and I wanted to show y'all on the fucking iPad because the screen is bigger. So, The Love Songs of W.E.B. Dubois. Y'all, when I tell y'all this was the best book that I have read this year, it's the best book that I read this year. It is a historical fiction book. So basically, I'm going to buy the paper copy. That's how much I love the book. I'm going to buy the paper copy or whatever. But basically, the story is, it started like in the 1800s. Like, it started from the 1800s and it goes all the way up until when President Obama was president or whatever. So it's a family line. It's like a family tree. It follows this one particular family or whatever, and it goes from like their family line all the way back to the 1800s, and it just kind of like, it follows you. I mean, you follow this family all the way up until present time or whatever. So the book is thick. It's a thick ass book. I'm gonna drop the TikTok video that I made for the book or whatever, because I did go to the library and I saw the book in the library, y'all, and I was so excited. Like, I fucking fell out on the floor and everything. But yeah, so The Love Songs of W.E.B. Dubois is my favorite book that I read this year. Like I said, it was a historical fiction. It followed this one family in particular. It started like from slavery times all the way up until now. It has like a lot of trigger warnings. It has like drugs, abuse, sexual assault, like literally anything you can think of. Slavery. It's really deep. It's really good. It has like a lot of good little notes that you can like live by or whatever, you know, because it was like a black family raised in the South or whatever, and you know, it was just a really good story. So that was really good. Let's see, what are the other books that I have read this year? So I'm gonna just go ahead and start with the Audible first. Let's see. So what else have I read this year? I'm gonna go down my list because my list is very long. Let's look at all titles. So what else have I read this year? This year we are going to start off with sweet. We're gonna get into it. So while I'm waiting on this to download, we're just gonna go ahead and get into shit. Alright, the books that I have read. Personal Librarian. We're gonna start into this one because this one is one that I have previously been reading after I read The Love Songs of W.E.B. Dubois. I made a few videos on TikTok about this book or whatever. I feel like I've talked about this book on YouTube before. However, this book is good. It's The Personal Librarian. It is a book about J.P. Morgan and his personal librarian who was black but passes as white. If you don't know who J.P. Morgan is, he is one of the richest mans. He was one of the richest mans in the world. Black personal librarian. She was from, I want to say, Boston or New York, one of the two. She was from New York. She's from Boston. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. So she was black. She passed as white. She's his personal librarian. It's pretty much what this book is about. I have not finished it. I'm like, this is where I'm at in the book. It's okay, but after reading The Love Songs of W.E.B. Dubois, I cannot say that right. But after reading that book, it's just like, this one isn't given enough. Like, it's given, but it's not given enough. Like, I need it to just grab me in. Alright, so next, after The Personal Librarian, what else have I read this year? I've read, because a lot of these books on the shelf I have not read yet. I'm just, as you can see, I just go to the store when I'm feeling down and just buy books. So, The 48 Laws of Power. 48 Laws of Power. This is a pretty good book. So Robert Greene, all of his books, he pretty much uses like history references in his books or whatever. So like, I thought this book was pretty good because as I'm like reading it and you're learning like lessons of like power and like, you know, how to use power. It's a good book, but it's like you learning how to manipulate people, you learning how to use your power, and power is not always a good thing or whatever. So I mean, power is good if you want results, but you know, it's just morals and your ethics don't always agree. My morals and my ethics don't always agree with everything that was in this book or whatever. But if you are looking to get over on people, bitch, read this, okay? It's a good book. It's a good like little history lesson if you're trying to like, you know, like I said, I'm in my history era, so reading this was enjoyable for me. It was really good. So yeah, all of his books that he writes, like The Art of Seduction or whatever, The Art of War, I think The Art of War was by him, I'm not sure, but The Art of Seduction, they're all written in that like theme of like history references or whatever. So this was a good book to read. Let's see, what else have I read on this list? I have so many books up here that I have not read. All About Love by Bell Hooks. This was a good book. I did not finish it, but I do have this on Audible and Paperback. So it's pretty good. It's teaching about like not only love and relationships, but all relationships, like love with your kids, love with your family, love with yourself. Like, if you want to know about love, this is really good. One thing that stood out to me so far when I was reading this book, and I don't even have kids, but just talking about like how to not like beating your kids is not a form of love. Like beating your kids and like hitting your kids, and I mean, you know, you gotta discipline the motherfuckers, they bad as hell. But it just talked about like how beating your kids is just not a form of love, and that just, I don't know why that stuck with me, but it did. But yeah, this was pretty good. It teaches you about love or whatever, so that was good. What else have I read? I feel like I really haven't read a lot of books on this shelf, but Noble Purpose. So Sailing with a Noble Purpose, as you can see, I did not finish it, but it's good. So let's see. I did take notes on this. I'm gonna show y'all pretty much like how I take notes on my iPad. So selling with a notebook. Oh shit. Okay, so here is my Good Notes app, and then I have a reading journal. And then, so I have, as you can see, I have a TBR list. Yeah, because, yeah, and I have a TBR list on my iPad. I have a TBR list on my notes on my phone. I have a lot of TBRs. So, if you have any book recommendations, definitely drop them below and I'll add it to my TBR. So, let's see. So, this is the title page. I'm going to just stand up. This is the title page, my reading journal from the library of Caleb Rihanna. Super cute, right? So then I have book goals, books to read, reading tracker, book reviews, my favorite book things, and private reading motivation. So how many books do you want to read in 2024? I put at least 12. What upcoming book release am I excited about? I put my own, my digital products and planners. What is a book that I keep hearing about? A Little Life, which I just bought. Just bought A Little Life. This is a thick one. I heard this was a crier, so I'm really nervous about reading this one, but yeah. Alright, so and then what book do I have on my to be read list? The Psychology of Money. I do have that in a PDF, so I'm gonna be reading that soon, but right now I'm reading the 4-Hour Work Week. So these are just like some of the little prompts that, you know, books to read, book reviews. These are just like some little prompts in there or whatever. So let's see. These are some of the books that I have read and like started notating on. And then like just some of like the star reviews that I left on the books. Jennifer Lewis, I wasn't really a fan of this, but everything on here pretty much I liked. Let's see. The 48 Laws of Power. These are all my notes that I took on the 48 Laws of Power. Let's see, I did not finish it, but yeah, these are just my little notes that I've taken. And I hate that this glare is in the, okay, I hate that this glare, yeah. Here we go. So yeah, these are my notes that I'm taking on the 48 Laws of Power or whatever. So selling with a noble purpose. How to drive revenue and do the work that makes you proud. So this is what my notes look like for this book. Oh yeah, and I just, these are the things that I do, child. So yeah, selling with a noble purpose. Oh shit, we're gonna do a little book review on that. So let's see what I got out of the little bit that I've read. How to drive revenue and do the work that makes you proud. Driving revenue is not the purpose of a sales force. It's the test of effectiveness. Focus on the impact the sale will make. Oh, the sales will come on life or business. The customers. I don't know what the fuck that says, but noble sales purpose, a definitive statement about how you make a difference in the lives of your customers while you're in business. It drives every decision and action you make. An NSP drives more financial goals alone because the NSP taps into the human instinct, even more powerful than our desire for money. Emphasize the impact that you have on your customers. Great minds have purpose, others have wishes. Always smile. Use colorful details describing the look or reaction on someone's face. Describe the impact your product made. 2 human needs, connection and meaning. Everyone wants to feel a part of something. Focus on problem solving, empathy, strategy, and problem solving. What impact do you and your company have on customers? How are you different from your competition? What do you love about your job? So these are just some notes that I got from the book. I feel like these are content motivators. Like I can use these to like make content. Like these questions that they're asking in the book, I can use these to like make a status on Facebook or like make a video about it or whatever. So I took notes on that or whatever. Key takeaways. Post customer reviews. Show and explain how your product benefits them. Describe the impact that you have and always ask open-ended questions. So basically, this book is teaching you, selling with a noble purpose, how to build engagement and how to make your customers want your product without you having to sell them your product. Like you are basically just explaining the benefits, how it works, how it will help you, and you know, like why you made the product. So yeah, that's kind of what I got out of the book. So since I'm logged in, we're gonna just go ahead with the books that I've read this year on Audible. The Celestine Prophecy. Celestine Prophecy. This book was super good. A friend recommended this book to me. It was actually a guy friend, and it's basically about there's like an ancient manuscript that has like all the answers to life. It's in Peru, and this guy learns about it from a friend of his, and he decides to go on this journey to Peru to find the manuscript. However, the journey on finding the manuscript basically like it wasn't just like it was literally a journey. Like, he couldn't just find all the manuscripts at one time. It was a process that he had to go through. It was lessons that he had to learn in order to get the next manuscript. So it was really good. It kind of goes over the lessons that he had to learn to get the manuscript. So you learn a lot from this book just by that. It's a good story to follow. I definitely recommend this book. I feel like if you are listening to this and you hear that I'm recommending this book to you, like, that was a sign. Like, something in you needs to read this book. And this is me passing the book to you. The Celestine Prophecy, definitely recommended. Everybody should read it. It's a really good book. Teaches you a lot of life lessons. The Success Through Stillness. This book is by Russell Simmons. Super good book if you are wanting to meditate, want to learn how to meditate. If you are a beginner meditator and you have a lot of questions, I recommend reading this book. That's pretty much what the book is about. It's about meditating, how to meditate, why it's important to meditate. It gives you steps on how to meditate, how to include into like your daily routine. It's really not as deep as a lot of people think it is. And this book kind of explains that to you. So I definitely think this is a must read. Let's see what else I've read this year. Because a lot of these books I've read last year, but I'm trying to just focus on the ones that I read this year. So this year I did read a lot of The Power of the Pussy. The Power of the Pussy by Carrie King. This book was good. I actually read a couple of books from her because I was just going through this phase, y'all, where it was just like I kept running into the same type of man. Like, I just kept running into the same type of man, just like in a different body. And I just kept going through these same experiences with different people. And it was pissing me off. So I was just in my feminine, female bag. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, that's where I was at. I was in my that phase. So I read The Power of the Pussy. Let's see. How to Get What You Want from Men, Love, Respect, Commitment, and More. This book was really good. It was more about, like, what I got out of this book is, like, you know, knowing your worth, knowing your boundaries, knowing your worth, basically. I definitely recommend reading this book. It was pretty good. I thought it was going to be really vulgar, but kind of was, kind of wasn't, but it was good. Let's see. I also got How to Be a Boss Bitch by Christine Quinn. Because, like I said, I was just in that era. I was just in a funk. And this book was really good if you don't know who Christine Quinn is. She was on, what was the show called on Netflix? Selling Sunset. She was on Selling Sunset, like, the first couple of seasons. And she was just a badass bitch. So, you know, she wrote a book on how to be a boss bitch. It was really good. A lot of knowing your worth, self-care. So it was a lot of self-care in this book, like, you know, talking about like your wardrobe and just all type of things. This was a really good book. Talked about her career, like redoing her wardrobe, how she came from nothing and just built herself all the way up. It was really good. So then after that, if you are looking into like if you're into like drama, urban novels or whatever, LaJill Hunt. So I read like the whole LaJill Hunt series on Audible. So Too Close for Comfort is one of them. So it's Too Close for Comfort, Sading Soul, My Mama's Drama, Old Habits Die Hard. And it was a couple more, but I returned them because I'm a fraud and I listened to them and I returned them so I can get some more books. But yeah, don't fucking tell nobody that, bitch. But anyway, so yeah, LaJill Hunt, her books were really good. They're urban novels. It's like stories about like everyday things that, you know, we go through as like Black women. It started, I think this was the series, and it was like they're all based on most of the books in the series are based on like these group of girls or whatever. They have a hair salon. So my mom recommended these books to me. She thought it reminded me of her. So it's a group of girls who got a hair salon, and it's just about like their life and the things that they go through, the things that they deal with. Really good book. I definitely feel like I could relate to this. Love my mom for recommending the series to me. I like LaJohann. LaJohann is a really good author, so definitely get those if you are into like urban novels. Also, The Confessions of a Rookie Cheerleader by Erica Kendrick. That book was really good. There's a show on BET Plus that I don't remember the name of the show, but it's a cheerleading show or whatever, and it reminded me a lot of this book or whatever. I honestly don't remember what this book was about. It was about a cheerleading group, of course, but it was real good. It was good. Don't really remember it, but it was good. Cats Don't Chase Dogs. That's another one by Kara King that I enjoyed and that I read when I was just in my funk area dealing with these men. But like I said, definitely recommend Kara King. She's a good author. Another romance novel that I've been reading. You Made a Fool of Death with Beauty. You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. This is by Akwake Emezi. This book was good, y'all. It was about a girl, and she was in love with this man. And then she fell in love with his dad. And his dad was rich as fuck, but also gay. Like, it was a lot going on. But this book was good. This book was good. The reviews, the reviews were nasty about it. But I thought it was good. It was really interesting. I thought this was a good read. So, You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. This was good. The Love Songs of W.E.B. Dubois. I already explained that one to you. Super good. The Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown. This book is really good. I did read this book. I read this book in like a day. It was only 4 hours, but I did read when I was at work or whatever. I do need to read it again because I feel like I wasn't retaining the information because I was at work. And there were things that I need to like write down in this book. But this book did give like recommendations on how to notate your books while you're reading. Like things to pay attention to while you're reading or whatever. So if you are like a reader and you don't know how to like notate your books and you want to start notating your books, she gives a really good explanation on like how to notate your books, and just like the gifts of being imperfect or whatever. She did kind of speak a little bit about like racism. She is a white woman, so that just kind of like irked me the wrong way a little bit or whatever. Just talking about like how being comfortable like around Black people and stuff like that. So I just was like don't really there. But yeah, other than that, it was good, I guess. Whatever. What else did I read? The Woman in Me by Britney Spears. I did read that because if y'all don't know, I am a Britney Spears fan. Love her, my girl. But the whole time I was reading this book, I'm like, Britney, did you really write this? Like, did your mom write this? Did your dad write this? Like, is this a scam? Is this a fraud? But this book is really good. It's really sad. Kind of just explaining like the things that she had to deal with from her point of view, allegedly. But yeah, that's pretty much it was kind of self-explanatory, really. But that book was good. So I feel like I've read more books than this year, but for some reason I think they're in the other room right now, and I don't feel like going to get them. But it was in fact, I think I wrote it down in my notes. Hold on. No, it's not in here. Oh, Jennifer Lewis, The Mother of Black Hollywood. I started that book on iTunes or whatever. My mom got me a iTunes gift card, so I bought some books on it, and it was okay. I mean, I'm lying, it wasn't okay. I didn't like it. I wasn't interested. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm not really a Jennifer Lewis fan. I got it because TikTok like just raved about it and talked about how so good it was, but I'm not really a Jennifer Lewis fan. Like, I have no problem with her, but like it just really didn't interest me. So yeah. So that pretty much wraps up the book haul, you guys. I do have a couple more like romance novels that I've read. But like I said, they're in the other room, and I feel like I got the important stuff out to y'all. But I'm gonna, if y'all like the book hauls, let me know. I'll do more book hauls or whatever, because I just got the 50 Shades of Grey, like I said. So I have all of these books right here that I have not read that are definitely on my TBR. And yeah, we're gonna get to these year. Like, I'm gonna try to read all these books this year, okay? Because I bought them for a reason, so I need to read them. So, okay. Hope you enjoyed. Alright, y'all. So I know I said I was finished, but I forgot the whole Girls from the Hood series. This series is on Audible. It's free. So if you are into like the urban novels, this series is about like it's like 12 books. But there are a lot of short stories. As you can see, like they have different authors or whatever, because each book has like three to four stories in them or whatever. They're really good. It's about a lot of like sex, drugs, violence, stuff like that. If you're into that, definitely get this series. I like the Ashley and Jaquavis. This author right here is really good. I did notice that. And then the Buck 50 Productions, I did like those also. But yeah, this series is good and it's free. I believe number 13 and 14 you do have to pay for, but I do believe 1 through like 12 is free. So if you are an Audible girly and you like free books, free urban novels, definitely listen to Girls in the Hood series. And it's super good because it's like 3 stories in each book. So you get like, a lot of different stories or whatever. So another book that I'm reading right now also is The 4-Hour Work Week. This book is about 11 hours long. I'm on 5 hours right now, and then I will show you my notes or whatever that I've been taking in this book. So let me just go to my good notes. And if you don't have good notes, girl, what are you doing? So these are my journals that I have in good notes, and then I upload my PDFs right here. So these are my PDFs that I read along when I'm listening on Audible as well. So I kind of just take notes. I'm on page 146 right now, but I'm going to just show y'all, like, I just kind of like highlight as I'm reading, and then the things that I highlight and notate on, I go and I put in my other journal, my reading journal, and I'm going to show y'all my reading journal in a second. I did show y'all my reading journal in my previous video, so definitely check it out. So I'm not going to get too much into detail about the reading journal, but alright, so yeah, this is just like, kind of like how I notate it or whatever. I just like kind of notate or whatever as I'm going, and then once I'm finished reading, then I will go and transfer the notes into my thing. So like this is like things that I notate, like life tip or whatever. I have things like research, like I was talking about the words for that. This is a book that I want to check out, so I got like a research column or whatever that I have. And yes, so I'm going to show y'all, this is the PDF that I have, and I take notes in the PDF, and then I also transfer the notes that I take in my PDF to my reading journal. And then so the 4-Hour Work Week, this book is really good. Like, this book has a lot of life lessons. Like, it's literally like a whole paradigm shift. So if you're into, like, I need to stop saying but if you're into trying to just change your whole paradigm, your mindset about your work week, your life, like literally everything, your career, this book is for you. It talks about like how to automate your business, how to delegate your business. I went to a business seminar recently, and I feel like a lot of the things that he was saying, he read this book. Like, he was literally like regurgitating a lot of shit from this book or whatever. But it's really good. The things that he was saying stuck with me, and I recall everything that he was saying as I'm reading this book. So yeah, I have a lot of notes that I've taken so far, and I'm really not even finished. These are my notes from the Personal Librarian or whatever. But so yeah, this is what I've gotten so far. You can like pause and read if you want to. Pause and read. But so far I've read 27 books. This book, once I finish this book in the Personal Librarian, that would be 27. Alright, so last book. I promise this is the last book that I read. So Kimberla Lawson Roby, Love and Lies. The Reverend Curtis Black is back. This is basically a book about a cheating ass reverend. Okay, this was a very light read. Something quick, short, and juicy. I feel like the words are like pretty big, so it was really quick to read this. Like I read this probably in a couple of days or whatever, but this was real good. So if you're looking for something light but juicy, get into it. And it's a whole series, so yeah, we can keep up with Reverend Curtis Blackway. And this book was made like in, I think in like the 90s, early 2000s. Also, this is another one that I got from my mom. I love these books because it's so cute and funny just reading these books that she passed down to me, but love it. So it is December the 17th, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely leave any book recommendations that you have for me under the video. I'm open literally to anything or whatever. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.